that with everybody going back to school, that it made sense to get some real simple, basic information out there to people that could be helpful. And so one we were going to talk about credit cards for students, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I always hoped they would teach that kind of stuff, but they don't in high school or anything. They don't teach you how to manage money at all.
They don't.
It's not a thing.
It's not, right? And learning from big business is like the worst thing you could do, because that's like asking a drug dealer how many drugs you should buy.
All of them, apparently.
Right? Like, that's what they want.
Yeah.
So how much money should you borrow? As much as we are willing to give you, right?
That's
like,
right.
Let us decide that for you. And like there's, if you don't want to be educated about money, then you're going to make bad choices.
It's not even an option, is the crappy part.
Right? Well, if you just don't know.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know what you don't know.
How are you going to know? Because they never teach you.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah.
How do I know how to manage my money with something I've never been taught before?
Yeah. How do you even know that it's an important thing to do?
Right.
Because no one's ever brought it up to you before. Right? That can be a challenge too.
Managing debt, right?
Which is really, at the end of the day, what we're trying to talk about with credit cards, right?
Yeah.
There's been people I've known that didn't realize that when you used a credit card that you had to pay the money back.
Yikes. Just free money!
Yeah, right? Like, I'll pay it back later.
Yeah.
Doesn't
They won't
happen,
come
right?
after me for this money that they lent me? No way! Wow.
Well, right, so they don't see it as a loan, they see it as like a debit card. And if you're using your debit
Right.
card, of course, it only gives you as much money as you have in your bank account.
As you have.
That's
yeah.
right. Where a Visa debit or a Visa or a MasterCard will give you up to the limit that you have on a credit limit.
Your
right?
spending limit, yeah.
That's right. And then you have to pay that back. So, those are some of the things we wanted to kind of hit on today to try to make sure that people, as students go back into university and college and university, that they, make some wise money choices. Because too often, without knowledge, people make poor choices.
Wealthy choices, baby.
That's what we're trying to do, right? Bring some value. Add some value.
I do want to mention, if you haven't checked out our last little 4-part series there, go give that a look. We will put the links in our description for this video. The tax credit that can get you up to $270,000.
It's huge.
Yeah, so go take a look at those videos.
So, right, students are going back to class. Yay, COVID's almost... Today.
Literally today. While we're filming this.
Literally while we're filming this. Not while it's released, but while we're filming.
Yeah.
Students are back in school. And with going to college and university, one of the big things that happens is often your first experience with being extended some sort of credit, like a credit card.
And freedom to do what you want with it, which is sometimes not great.
Less parental oversight.
First time away from home, I can go to the bar, use my credit card. Maybe not the best choice.
Well, I would say that using credit to buy drinks at the bar is probably considered a poor choice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right? The best thing that you can do with your credit card is to look at it as an extension of not the money that you don't have, but money that you do. And so if you're going to spend $10 or $20 or $100 on your credit card, to know that you've got that same amount of money in your bank account to pay the card off at the end of the month is a great practice.
My significant other likes to spend on her credit card and then pay it off right away. Is that good practice?
Pay it off as soon as she does it?
As soon as, when she gets home, pay it off. Just now it's done. I know I have the money in my account, I'll pay it off, and it's done with, doesn't have to worry about it.
I think from a money management standpoint, that has a couple of fantastic benefits. First of all is, depending on the kind of card you have, you get the points.
Okay, yeah.
And so that's got value, right?
Sure,
so rather than, because arguably when she does that, she could simply use her debit card. So the question can be, why use your credit card to do that? Well, again, one answer is travel points, Canadian Tire money, different, depending on the card that you have, you can collect different points, which can add up significantly.
Sure.
Right? Absolutely. And so you're getting a little something extra by using your credit card as opposed to your debit. So that's the one great thing about doing that.
Right.
The second thing is she knows that she never carries a balance by doing that.
Yeah.
Right? You pay it off immediately, meaning that she knows at the end of the month she's not going to get an unexpected bill that, how do I pay this?
And then Stress City just goes through the roof.
Right? And nobody needs that.
No, absolutely not.
Exactly. The third thing that using your credit card does, as opposed to using your debit card, is it does help you start to build credit. Right?
Yes.
It shows that you can be responsible with money, which is what building credit really means.
Yeah.
It means that you're able to have access to credit, and it means that you're able to utilize that credit and pay it back. So by doing that, by using your credit card and by immediately going and paying it, whether it's as soon as the purchase happens or at the end of the month, you get the benefit of all of those three things.
Right.
Sorry, you get the benefit of two. The benefit of the third, actually it was the second one, so how do you say that? Maybe we should renumber those.
That's all right.
The benefit of making sure that you have enough money at the end of the month to pay the credit card bill could be done with, as she does, by paying it off
Right.
as soon as the credit card
Yep.
comes in. Or she could have a zero fee bank account where she came home immediately and transferred the money into that zero fee account.
Right.
And then use that at the end of the month to pay off the credit card.
Ah.
That could be an option as well.
Interesting. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Either way, she's definitely getting the benefit of the points, she's getting the benefit of building the credit, and she's ensuring that at the end of the month, there's no surprises. I hope that that's been some helpful advice for folks watching our Wealthy Choices channel.